tonight. It's the Tallahassee Pride home opener against their rival, the Atlanta Swarm. The last time Tallahassee was in this building, Atlanta came in and BDG Hollywood and DeMar Woods took them to the woodshed. Now, Tallahassee, behind a revamped offense and a nasty defense, a nasty defensive front, will take on the Swarm. Atlanta and Tallahassee, who you got? We'll find out next. Welcome to Florida. It's a beautiful 45-degree night in Tallahassee, where the Pride take on the Swarm on the Week 2 SFL Fan Night Game of the Week. I'm your play-by-play commentator alongside Stephen Mullinex. Both teams getting wins in Week 1. The winner becomes the 6th SFL team to 2-0. Coin toss is next. Stevens alongside here. We'll get to his keys of the game shortly. Atlanta's going to choose heads. Storm want the ball. Staying aggressive. Steven, you ready?
Absolutely. Let's get it on.
You're watching the SFL Network on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music. Part of the SFL's 10th anniversary season. Tallahassee, kick it! We're underway. From the 10-yard line, T-Dot on a return up to the 29. DeMar Woods coming out on the field. Steven, your keys to the game.
I had an opportunity this week to talk to head coach Mark Chisholm of Atlanta. And his keys to the game, their passing game needs to get going a little bit more than it did in Week 1. Atlanta feels like they need to grind this win out, keep the score low. If they can keep it close, they feel like they could steal a victory late in the fourth here.
Out of the eye, two backs for Atlanta. And the handoff on a counter goes to BDG Hollywood on the first play, and Hollywood picks up 5. Tallahassee, and they're all purple uniforms tonight, looking sharp. Atlanta, black helmets, white jerseys, black pants, and I tell you what, these teams across the league have gotten better at the SFL over the years, and they've gotten better looking uniforms too.
Yeah, they make you want to go out and find one on the rack and put it on your shoulders.
Boy, maybe someday. 2nd and 5 at the 34 after the Hollywood 4-yard run. And off stretch coming left. Hollywood, not much room at all. Tackle made by Michael Sprouse. Let's meet the Atlanta Swarm offensive lineup. DeMar Woods, the quarterback. Receivers are L.B. Allen III, number 19, and Boo Chisholm, the veteran, number 80 on the outside. Jay Franz, the tight end, wears number 85. Hollywood, number 34, of course. 3rd down and 5, a big early 3rd down here for Atlanta. Woods back to pass. Woods fires middle pass. Incomplete. He got it popped out of his hands. I believe that was Jake Iniola with the hit on Allen III. It's a 3-and-out for Atlanta on their opening series.
And wow, what a statement to make. Pow! Right out of the gate, lays the wood, prevents the first down conversion. Tallahassee's defense coming out strong with a statement.
So Atlanta will punt the ball away. Tallahassee coming after that one. Man, they almost got there.
Nearly.
From the 31-yard line, nowhere to run. That is Kenny Stokes on the return. Stokes has had a pretty eventful season and preseason as a non-contract corner. All right, so Christian Christensen is coming out onto the field now for the Pride, and he had a pretty good Week 1.
Yeah, I talked to Frank Gooden, head coach of Tallahassee. He told me that Tallahassee's passing offense must play near flawless football to win against this Atlanta secondary. Let's see what they do in first down.
3 receivers for Christensen, back to pass. Christensen fires over the middle, pass caught for a 5-yard pickup That is Jason Stackhouse, the tight end. Let's meet the Tallahassee Pride offense. Christensen is quarterback number 13. Fullback number 22, Caleb Connolly, confusing me all night. 28, Jake Miola is the running back, actually, and I misspoke on that last series. Of course, he didn't make the tackle. Such an idiot. Wide receivers, Ken Gossett is number 84 on the outside, along with the rookie sensation, number 14, Duke Wilson. 2nd down and 5. Christensen going long down the middle field, and in double coverage, Wilson almost grabbed that in with one hand. Pass broken up by Jerry Forth.
And look, Christensen looking downfield, that is not a fluke. Frank Gooden told me that he has given his quarterback the green light tonight to trust his reads, trust his arm, and trust his talented receivers. Expect an air show out of Tallahassee tonight.
4 receivers on a 3rd down and 5 for Christensen. A 3-2 look for Atlanta's defense. Back to pass off a high snap, 4-man rush. Christensen, quick trigger. Gossett gets away from a man. 20, 15, 10, and down to the 9-yard line. 1st and goal for the Pride. Tackle made finally by E.K. Vincent.
Hey, we just talked about it. These 2 wide receivers, Gossett and Duke Wilson, are amazing. And they make some spectacular plays like they did just right there. The outreached arms. That guy needs to sell Allstate because he's got good hands.
Hey, shout out to Curtis for gifting Volcano a subscription to the channel. I wonder if he erupted after he got the subscription from Curtis.
Clean up on aisle 2.
8:40 to go in the first. 1st and goal at the 9. 3 receivers and a lot of cushion between Gossett, Wilson, and the corners for Atlanta, about 10 yards. Back to pass, Christensen throwing a quick out. That's what we want to do against that coverage. And Wilson picks up about 4 actually. 2nd and goal from the 5, and Wilson says watch the replay.
And Wilson, a tremendous debut last week. 6 catches for 241 yards and 3 touchdowns. Averaged 40.2 yards per catch, Cam.
That's crazy. 2 backs and 2 receivers. Goal line look for Atlanta. Christensen gonna throw a fade. Touchdown! Wilson! Get those toes in, son! And the Pride score on their first drive of the game.
Say hello to the Duke of Hazzard. He will wreck your game if you let him get that wide open. Duke Wilson, 4 touchdowns in 5 quarters. Amazing.
They just gave that one up, and Tallahassee comes out firing here after Atlanta had a 3 and out on their opening series. When Tallahassee was last in Atlanta, Atlanta really shut them down, particularly in the ground game. Tallahassee didn't even run on that first series.
Yeah, they again, green light given by the coaching staff. Christensen go out there, win the game for us. And these are 2 coaches with opposing philosophies. And one wants a grinded out game. The other one wants to air it out. And so far, Tallahassee's winning that matchup.
Yeah, that's a great point. I don't think Atlanta wants DeMar Woods to get in a shootout. They've kind of had him under wraps, and Atlanta prides itself much more on their defense than on their offense, and their defense let them down there on that opening play. It is very early here on SFL Fan Night, Week 2 game of the week. The undefeated Swarm, the undefeated Pride. Happy to have you along for the ride as Dot returns that out to the 24, and that's where Woods will start with his 2nd possession. So the first series for Atlanta, a couple of successful runs for Hollywood, and then Allen got popped on the 3rd down play.
You know, Cam, we haven't even talked about the 4-star lineman, defensive lineman for Tallahassee, and their plans to stop this really effective running game. Let's see if they can do it here.
1st and 10 on the 24. Woods against a blitz. Got good protection, and Woods fires a bullet into Boo Chisholm. Michael Sprouse with the tackle, and let's quickly, well, no, we'll do it after this replay.
And a nice pass here. Just a strike. There's a defender right on top of him, but the defender has his back to the quarterback. He can't see the ball coming in. So he's able to sneak that ball. Woods able to sneak that ball right past the defender. 1st down. Nice catch by Chisholm.
First and 10 of the 40. 4 receivers, 3 to the right side, and Woods needs to get rid of it in a hurry. He does. Outside to Allen. That's the first down of the 47. So Woods making some pretty good decisions, and the offensive line giving him just enough time to throw the ball downfield.
Yeah, it's going to get. You have to imagine he's going to get a tremendous amount of pressure from these 4-star defensive linemen. It's only going to get worse as the night progresses. These offensive linemen get tired. So although I really like what they're doing right now, I don't think they should abandon the run game.
First and 10 of the 47. They're not going to. Oh, but Hollywood gets slammed to the backfield, a loss of 4. That tackle is made by Kevin Bain at defensive end. He swallows up Hollywood for a big loss on the play.
Now, Coach Chisholm did admit to me that this defensive line from Tallahassee did keep him up at night, did scare him, because these guys, they can take over a game as they showed against Carolina in that second half in Week 1.
Second and 14, back to pass Woods. Woods looking around, he's going to be sacked. Mike Fetz-Johnson, that was brought up on the podcast as a star player from Week 1, flexing the muscles. It's 3rd and long.
Yeah, and Fats, obviously you can see where he got his nickname, but doesn't run like it. He's quick. He's cat-like, and there you go. You see that he's able to get past the guard of the center there. I wasn't sure which one, but able to put a move on him and had the quickness to bring Woods down.
3rd and 18. Woods going to fake it. He's got a lot of time, too. Woods deep down the field. Oh, he just overshot an open receiver. Woods had him, but you got to think maybe some pressure by Tyquan Hale and the rest of that line had Woods thinking twice, and Atlanta's on their heels here early.
When you run the play action, it's supposed to try to keep those defenders on their heels, maybe keep the defensive line back a little bit, or at least focused on the running back. Didn't have either effect. Woods had to throw it early because of that pressure. Incomplete pass. Tallahassee gets that Atlanta offense off the field.
Atlanta's got to make sure they don't fall down too quickly here on the road. Very difficult to come back from large deficits on the road as Stokes returns the punt up to the 20-yard line. So are we going to see any running out of Tallahassee on this second drive, or do you think they feel pretty good about just keeping it in Christensen's hands?
I think you'll see a little bit because they know they're playing with fire. Remember, this is an Atlanta Swarm defensive secondary that took 2 interceptions for pick sixes last week. So you're playing with fire. You know you're playing with fire. They're going to have to throw in the run a little bit just to play the time of possession game.
Here's the 4 wide again. 3 off the left side. Christensen back to pass. Christensen pressured from the left side. Pass caught. First down and pushing forward to the 43-yard line is Trevor Swain. The pressure almost got there, but Christensen cannot be denied.
No, and look at the throw. Look at this wonderful throw. He's staying straight in the pocket. He feels the pressure. The pressure's coming from his left side. He's got 2 defenders on him. He stands tall. He delivers a great ball right into the receiver's hands. As he's still running his route, he didn't have to stop. He didn't have to go back. It was the perfect pass. CNC Touchdown Factory is my new nickname for Christensen, and he's proving me why right now. He's proving me right.
Christensen is 5 of 6, 91 yards and a touchdown here in the opening quarter. Again, 4 wide, keeping Atlanta in a 3-lineman set. Back to pass. Christensen again had to get rid of it in a hurry, and the pass caught by Wes Turner. So back-to-back completions to non-contract receivers.
It's just an open buffet for Christensen right now. He can have a little of this. He can have a little of that. He just has all options available to him right now. It's just red hot, and his best is better than what the Atlanta secondary is bringing right now.
Atlanta needs some sort of momentum here in the first quarter. Here's the first handoff of the game for Tallahassee. It's the fullback Connolly. He picks up 4 to bring up a 3rd down and a long 1 for the Pride. This is a monstrous stop upcoming here for Atlanta.
Yeah, and you know, Conley, the use of the fullback is something that they showed us, Tallahassee showed us last week. And it was almost it seemed like an equal amount of carries there between the running back and the fullback. They like the fullback short. Not sure they're going to use him here in the shotgun, though.
Shotgun with split backs to Christensen. 6 in the box, handoff on a counter, breaking through a tackle. Iniola almost got away. Aquanta Shine was the man that missed him, but Hawkins ends up saving a first down conversion, and I don't know, 4th down, they may go for it. They did. Looks like they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to see what Tallahassee's made of here Atlanta just don't jump offside, down to 15. Will Tallahassee actually go for this? They will! Christensen's going to throw! Deep ball down the field. It's incomplete! And Atlanta gets a 4th down conversion and says, Tallahassee, sit down. Be humbled.
But I like the call. I like the confidence. Tallahassee saying 4th down. We're up 7 points. We've got this Atlanta Swarm defense on their heels. See if we can break their back early. Hey, this guy just made a wonderful, amazing, made that nearly that same catch just a series ago. I like the call. I like the confidence, but it also puts Atlanta now in very good position.
Patrick Ketsa was the man defending on that play. We'll get to the rest of the starting lineup for Tallahassee's defense here in just a moment. We went over the D-line earlier. Handoff running right to Hollywood, and Hollywood is getting bombarded in the backfield. That time it was Johnson again, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but Hollywood, who was Week 1's leading rusher, I'm not sure how many running lanes he's going to have tonight.
Yeah, but you can't. This is your most talented player. You just can't abandon the run, especially not this early.
Off to Hollywood. He's in the backfield. He's in trouble, but he got away. Hollywood breaking a tackle. BDG Hollywood pushing forward. Picks up 9. That was a sexy 9 yards from Hollywood. I don't know how he got 9 out of that.
And that's why you keep giving him the ball. He can make sexy things happen when he has the ball in his hands. It surely appeared here that he was going to get hit for maybe a 2-yard gain, but just his power, his finesse, his ability to his vision to see the field, it just gives him that extra edge, and he can pull 9 yards out of a 2-yard, what should have been a 2-yard gain.
2:55 to go in the first quarter. 3rd down and 4 at the 47. 2 backs in the backfield again here for Atlanta. Handoff, running left, Hollywood. Hollywood's got a 1st down to the 41-yard line, and you can see, at least it looks like here in the early going, Stephen, Atlanta feels a little bit better about testing those defensive ends than testing those defensive tackles.
And I agree with them. I think, going to the outside, and the thing is, Hollywood has the breakaway speed. Used that speed last week for 203 yards and 2 touchdowns and 7 yards per carry. So the guy has a great breakaway burst. And if you can get him to the outside and he can get around contained, the dude is a blazer.
Jamal Carroll picks up that last tackle after Hollywood picks up 1. The rest of that star defense, number 35, Anthony Wiles at free safety for Tallahassee. Alex Bond, number 25, is the strong safety. This team rocks no contract linebackers, as Hollywood's going to take it on the counter here. There's not much room there. Tackle made by Tyquan Hale and company. 3rd and 10.
Yeah, this is a very talented, very experienced defensive line here that you're going against. Counters aren't going to always fool them, and clearly in that case, they were not fooled.
3rd and 10 to the 40. Look at the middle of the field here. There is nobody in the middle, as Woods going to need to get this off quick. 5 men coming at him. Woods hit as he threw. The pass is incomplete. Woods took a shot to the lower leg section, and the drive after the 4th down stop stalls.
And Cam, I'm not a fan of throwing it before the sticks on 3rd down. You're putting the pressure on your wide receiver to make a play after the catch in order to get that 1st down. Not a fan of that. In that particular case, the timing was just totally off between the quarterback, wide receiver. Didn't even get him the ball until he was out of bounds.
So Atlanta going to punt this away, try to pin Tallahassee deep in their own side of the field for the first time tonight. This is a great punt. Oh, and it goes out of bounds at the 3. Great job by the special teams coverage. Jenkins, the punter, flips field position, and now Atlanta's defense has to step up again.
How many times in the SFL have we seen that guy that's down there, the gunner, whoever that is down there in special teams, will go after that ball, grab it, and run into the end zone? Rarely do we ever see them run out of bounds, much less get it on the 3-yard line.
So here we go. Nickel look for Atlanta. They're going to hand it off to Iniola, and Jake Iniola got a 1st down, a pickup of 11 yards, and gets them out of their own side of the field. It's the little things, Stephen, and that makes a big difference.
I'm having deja vu. Queen City earlier today, they showed similar signs that Tallahassee's showing right now. They're able to pass it. They're able to run it. They're able to do anything they want against Atlanta right now, it seems like. And for Atlanta, that's the wasted opportunity. Had an opportunity to keep them deep, and now Tallahassee's in their comfort zone.
Being told it's Inyola, even though that's not what it says in our pronunciation guide, so I'll go with Inyola for the rest of the night. 4 wide receivers. Christensen sidearm throw. That pass is knocked away, smacked away by Atlanta's secondary. That was E.K. Vincent who had the key tackle earlier. 2nd and 10, a rare misfire for Christensen. He's now 6 of 9 for 95 yards.
Yeah, but you can see where he saw the opening there. Just a great play by the defender. I still think Christensen is super hot right now. He's right on target. It's a great individual effort by that defender.
2nd down and 10 at the 14-yard line. Back to pass, Christensen. Christensen going long, wide open, Gossett. 40, 35, 30, the speedster to the 22-yard line, and Gossett's got a $118 on 2 grabs, averaging 1,000,000 yards a catch.
Green light again. Frank Gooden told us early he gave his quarterback the green light, and Christensen throws the home run right down the middle of the field to Gossett, and Gossett gets those precious yards after catch. The guys can just take off with the best of them. Tallahassee has all the momentum.
Atlanta with the 4th down stop, but the offense has not done much. 4 receiver set again here, keeping Atlanta's defense spread out. Empty backfield for Christensen, a 4-man rush. Christensen steps up in the pocket, passes tipped away and incomplete. Aaron Lee, the former Baltimore Crab, knocks it away to end the first quarter. End of 1 here in Tallahassee. Your score, Atlanta nothing, Pride 7. Here on the SFL on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music. Week 2's Fan Night. Stephen Mullinex alongside Cameron Irvine here from the Lions Den in Florida. Crisp 45-degree night, winds calm, 7 miles an hour out of the north. 2nd and 10. Again, a 4-wide set for Tallahassee. I haven't seen a team go 4 wide this much in a long time. Deep ball, end zone, touchdown, Gossett, and Atlanta gets beat again.
We talked early, the air show, and that's what it has been here in Tallahassee. And when they tried to run the ball, they've run the ball well as well. I mean, they're just able to do anything they want right now. They are super hot, and it starts with that man, the man in the middle under center, Christensen, delivering dimes.
Yeah, perfect spiral, and Atlanta on their heels, although that 4th down stop kept the game closer for longer. The pressure now really on this offense. We've not really seen DeMar Woods go deep down the field. Hollywood's been bottled up for the most part. Atlanta's going to get something rolling.
And that's the question. That's what we're going to find out here is they're going to stick with their offensive philosophy and still try to run the ball, or are they going to start trying to air it out? At some point, you've got to make the decision that we've got to start scoring points and very quickly, and that means passing the ball. But BDG Hollywood's your best offensive player. You just can't keep him out of the game plan. He's got to be involved somehow, whether that's swings or screens or even the occasional run. But down 14, still really early in the second quarter, not quite time to panic yet.
Dot on the return, past the 20 and up to the 26-yard line. Woods just 2 of 5 for 29 yards in the first quarter. And BDG Hollywood was 8 carries, 12 yards.
Well, that's a credit to Tallahassee's defensive line. They are playing like the stars they are paid to be.
10:53 to go in the first half. Atlanta's in some trouble here early. 4-3 defense out of Tallahassee. They're going to hand it off to Hollywood. Hollywood had to push that back outside, and you could see the defensive tackle in there blew that entire play up, even though he didn't get the tackle, loss of 2.
Yeah, he just filled the running lane, and BDG Hollywood didn't have anywhere to go. Flips to the outside, and there's the safety waiting for him. So, yeah, just not a lot of clear running lanes for BDG Hollywood. He doesn't need much space, but you got to give him at least some.
Atlanta not helping their cause here, or helping DeMar Woods in the passing game out. Running game not doing it for him. Woods, all kinds of time. Deep ball down the field is caught. That's a first down for Atlanta, and what a timely throw that was to Jay Franz.
And give credit to this Atlanta Swarm offensive line and the fullback and the running back who came in. Look at all the time that he's given to find that target, and the target's not even that open. It's just a nice pass and a good catch. And here we go, first down, and we've got some momentum now.
Franz, the Franz 8 in the chat room, just saw his player catch a touchdown pass. Sorry, I didn't mean to over-exaggerate there. First down, play action. Woods in trouble, got it away just in time, and the pass is thrown out of bounds. Almost looked like the Tom Brady throw last night, where he threw it all the way across the field, and Tyquan Hale almost got a sack.
Well, these play-action passes aren't having the effect on the defensive line that I'm sure Atlanta's offensive coordinator was hoping that they would, because these guys are coming. And they're regardless if you're handing it to the running back or not, they're coming after Woods. Woods there wisely just throws it away.
That could have been easily a pick six. Woods had just enough on it to sail it out of bounds. 4 receivers running right. Here comes Hollywood. Hollywood breaks a tackle, and BDG Hollywood picks up 8 yards. So that is somewhat successful there. That time they spread out the Pride defense, and it gave Hollywood a chance to get to the outside without much interference. Bond on the tackle.
Yeah, they're not, Atlanta's not going to win this game without BDG Hollywood having a good game. So they've got to continue, regardless of the score, they've got to continue to go to him.
3rd and 2, he'll get the handoff, and Hollywood. Oh, they didn't give him the first down. I thought he got there, honestly. Manley on the tackle. I think we may see a challenge.
I don't know, man. The stripes here in the SFL, they're I don't know. Sometimes you kind of wonder if they're getting their eye test like they should. But it'll surprise you, man. Sometimes some of these calls just have us shaking our heads.
Well, we're not going to see a challenge, but we are going to see Atlanta's offense out on the field. Are they going to be ballsy and go for it? Yes, they will. Hand off Hollywood. And did they give him the first? No, they did not give him the first down. Turnover on downs. I don't believe it.
What a defensive play here. I mean, goodness gracious, that the defender just beats his man, beats his block, gives him everything he has at the line. We need to see a challenge here. We're not going to, but we should.
I thought he got that one too, Steven. I can't believe they didn't give him the first down. And a couple of really bad breaks there for Atlanta. I can't even believe that. Christensen now, 7-step drop. The pass is knocked up in the air, and that was dangerous, as that was Shaq Barrett getting involved on the D-line for Atlanta.
And to go back to the previous play, let's remember that the yellow line doesn't necessarily mark where the first down is. I mean, the first down could be at the edge on the other side of that first down line. We're not exactly sure what the umps are looking at, but it's clearly a play that at least deserved a challenge.
Christensen now 8 of 13, but 181 yards passing here in the first half. 8:41 to go, 2nd and 10. Tallahassee's in command, 14-0. Christensen, another 7-step drop, back to pass. Christensen gonna have to scramble away, and Christensen picks up 6 on the escape out of the pocket. He can do it with his legs too.
Yeah, apparently so. I mean, look, he looked a little Houdini-ish there in the pocket, able to make some really great moves. And the important thing, he kept his eyes downfield the whole time, looking for any opening. And when he didn't see one, he still got his offense 6 yards. Amazing.
3 receivers, 2 in the backfield, 3rd down and 4 for Tallahassee. Christensen going to hand it off. Iniola, first down to the 47, and Tallahassee can do no wrong.
And here we go. I mean, they're just anything they want to do. It seems like they can do, and they can get that first down. Goodness gracious, the passing game's been going great. Now they're starting to get their running game. It's starting to get on point. This might be dangerous here for Atlanta. They need to stop this before it just goes wild.
Atlanta needs a turnover. They need some sort of momentum here on their side. Christensen, deep drop back again from under center, going deep down the middle of the field and passes. Oh, it's incomplete as Wilson got whacked over the middle about 30 yards down the field. Didn't see who supplied the hit, but that was dirty.
Yeah, hit him like he stole something from him. Nasty hit. If you get your hands on the ball as a wide receiver, you should come down with that perfect pass. Now, he might have hung his man out there a little bit, but a solid pass from Christensen. Just couldn't hold on because of that big hit.
2nd and 10 to the 47. 7:34 to go in the second quarter. 14-0 Tallahassee. Christensen, 3-step drop. Back to pass, it's Gossett. Picks up 4 and another 3rd down and 4 situation as you look at the updated quarterback numbers. And what Tallahassee's doing is they're staying ahead of the sticks on 3rd down.
Yeah, and you got to like the fact that they're willing to take that short out route just to make 3rd down more manageable. Now, everything in the playbook opens up for you. You want to throw another out route. You want to throw it deep. You want to run the ball down the middle or the outside. Everything's open for Tallahassee, and they've been doing this all game.
They ran it to Eniola on 3rd down and 4 in the last drive. As Christensen will go straight back with this one, and that pass is incomplete. Very well covered by Patrick Ketza, and finally Atlanta is off the field.
Yeah, I mean, virtually no drop back for the quarterback sitting there in the midst of all this debris around him, and he makes that pass, probably the worst pass that he's made all night. Great coverage, absolutely great coverage, but should never have thrown that ball in the first place.
You can contact a receiver within 5 yards, and Ketza was riding him all the way in that area there near the sticks, and Christensen didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. You could tell that was a 1 or a 2 read play. And Tallahassee's going to have to punt this away. So Atlanta's defense is keeping them hanging around. This punt's going to go inside the 10, diving to save it, and dove a little bit too much. If he would have stopped at about the half-yard line, that would have been brilliant.
Or if he was about a half a foot shorter, he might have made that. But yeah, give Atlanta's defense kudos, man. They were put in a bad situation, and they made the best of it, and were able to hold them, Tallahassee, to no points, which has been a rarity tonight.
14-0. Tallahassee's got a couple of touchdowns, a turnover on downs, and a punt now. 7:05 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 at the 20 for the Swarm. They're going to do another run here on 1st down, and that was the D tackle. Hale, yes, I believe, in looking at the – no, that was forgive me. That was, dang it. That was Mike Fats Johnson. And he needs to go give me a sandwich for my troubles.
Yeah, he has plenty of sandwiches, I'm sure, to give you. But what an amazing individual effort. You know, we didn't see this domination from this line this early in their previous game against Carolina. Tallahassee has to be encouraged to see this much action done right now.
2nd and 12, Hollywood gets the carry for no gain. They got to do something different. Now a word from the SFL.
Follow the SFL on Twitter @SimulationFL, on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. You're already here, right? Might as well stay tuned. Get league updates on your phone while browsing the internet, and make sure you never miss a live broadcast. Thank you for supporting the SFL.
3rd down and 12. Woods going to throw, and Woods is going to be sacked. Fats is eaten tonight. 2 sacks for Johnson with 4 tackles, all behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just waiting too long for the play to develop. The quarterback didn't have anywhere to go, didn't have anyone to throw to. Just a terrible situation to put Woods in to try and convert that 3rd down. And Fats, like you said, just couldn't wait to eat.
So here we go. This is going to be excellent field position for Tallahassee up to the Atlanta 45-yard line with 5.5 to go in this first half. And this is a lot of pressure being applied to the Swarm defense right now.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I still don't think they give up on BDG Hollywood, though. I still think they need to run the ball because I think that will pay off for them. But pretty soon the score may dictate what Atlanta has to do, and it's getting dangerously close to that.
14-0. 5:33 to go in the first half. Christensen's 9 of 16 for $185. Back to pass. Christian outside. It's dropped.
Yeah, that's just a lack of concentration right there by the wide receiver. Not uninspected from a role player, but especially here in the first couple of weeks of the SFL where everybody's still adjusting to player progression. But yeah, one you expect even a non-contract player to rope in.
4 receivers here. Christensen out of the gun. They've been killing him in these 4 wide sets. Christensen pump fake, now dumps it off to Iniola. One man to beat, won't beat him, but Iniola still picks up 6 yards. And how many times have we seen Tallahassee on a 2nd and 10 pick up 6 to get to 3rd and 4? Atlanta has done none of that in the first half.
Yeah, it seems like every series they just give themselves a good opportunity to get the first down, and again open up their playbook to do it in so many different ways.
5 minutes to go. I can't remember the last time Atlanta started a drive with a pass instead of a run. This pass in the outside, it's a first down, and what kind of angle was that? Taken to the football. That was a terrible play by the Atlanta role-playing linebacker, Brashudo Brown. It was awful.
Just gave him the first down. And we see a lot of those swing passes like that. The running back actually runs out of bounds because of his momentum there. He just barely curves it in, and the defense, just gave it to him, basically.
14-0. It's almost to the half. If Atlanta could just get out of this first half without digging themselves a massive hole, it's just a 2-score game right now. Christensen to throw. Christensen, good time in the pocket again, and he completes it short to Conley, I believe. Yep, for a pickup of 3 yards. So we've seen Tallahassee kind of dial it back a little bit. You kind of feel like they feel a little safe up 2 scores in the way their defense is playing.
Yeah, and let's give Atlanta's defense a little credit as well. They seem to be playing back. I mean, they've been burned a couple of times here, and so they're allowing Tallahassee to get those shorter passes, and Christensen's just taking whatever they get.
On a counter out of the gun, breaking a tackle and push him forward. It's Iniola. It'll be 3rd and 5 at the 29-yard line. They are in scoring position. Aquanta Shine with the stop, and still pretty decent run there from Iniola out of the gun.
And talking about Qantas Shine, man, what an SFL legend he is. He's been around for a long time. Good to see his name still out there.
Christensen, 3rd down and 5, going deep, and caught, and touchdown, Wilson.
All he does is score touchdowns, Cam. That's all he does. He just scores touchdowns. Only caught the ball 6 times last week, 3 touchdowns. Now he's got 2 more scores here, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. Duke Wilson, touchdown machine, straight from CNC Touchdown Factory. Perfect combination.
Man, Atlanta's just getting burnt. They are just getting burnt.
And it's super surprising based on the way that their secondary played last week. I mean, they looked dominating last week, and here they are getting chopped up, chopped liver. Hey, still a lot of time in this game. But they're going to have to change their offensive philosophy a little bit.
So it's interesting as Tallahassee hits the extra point. We'll get to an unusual story here after a word from the SFL.
Join the world's fastest growing sim football community by jumping onto our Discord server. Use the Discord command in chat to keep up with schedules, news, notes, announcements, and polls. Jump off the sidelines and into the action here where we're loading legends at the SFL.
So Atlanta trying to tie the largest comeback in SFL history, which would be 21 points as Doc returns it out the 29-yard line. So Tallahassee a couple seasons ago in season 8, they had a home playoff game. They lost to Queen City in that home playoff game, that first-round playoff game. They were stunned, or actually the Eastern Conference Final at the time. The next season, their home opener was against Queen City, and boy, did they take it to them. Last season, season 9, Atlanta came here in the opening round of the playoffs and took it to the Pride as Hollywood gets another stretch play on first down, picks up 6, only averaging 1.8 yards a carry. And then here we are tonight, the following season. It's Tallahassee's home opener, and they're blowing them out.
Yeah, it is a roller coaster ride here in the SFL. You could be on top one moment and be down in the valley in the next. Hey, I certainly know that as the owner of the Dallas Roughnecks, but you know what? That's the great thing is every team has a chance to top every team every week. Parity, that's what our league is made of.
2nd and 4, Atlanta playing very conservatively on offense here in the first half. Woods has a wide open receiver, caught by Chisholm to the Tallahassee 42-yard line. Great read by DeMar Woods, and that's the longest pass play of the night for Atlanta. Woods up to 53 yards.
Gotta love that. Gotta love the positive yardage. Now Atlanta needs to convert that into points. If they can go in and score going into halftime gives them a lot of momentum going into the second half.
BDG Hollywood, the league's only 200-yard rusher of week 1. A.J. Francis got 201 yards earlier today, but Hollywood right now, 14 carries, 26 yards, not including that one. It picks up 2. Stephen, I don't think Atlanta has passed on first down tonight. Are you surprised? I know you want to keep feeding Hollywood, but at some point you become predictable.
Well, true, and you know, his blockers, Hollywood's blockers, are not doing him any favors tonight. He's not getting the open running lanes that he was getting in week 1. He is still explosive and powerful and can surprise you and put up 203 yards last week. So,
second and 8 and 40. Sorry about that, Stephen.
No problem.
Lost a yard.
Not so easy to just say, let's go ahead and push him out of the playbook. But like I said, down 21-0. Got to get some points here, and if that means you need to throw it, then you need to throw it.
2-minute warning. This is the SFL presented by APM Music. Fan Night on Twitch TV. BDG Hollywood, 27 yards on 16 carries. DeMar Woods has only passed 8 times here in the first half. Down 21, third down and 9. Could be just a strategy to keep Tallahassee's offense off the field as well. Woods going to change the play at the line. We'll see how his audible game is. 3 receivers, 2 off the right. Back to pass Woods. Woods in some trouble. Steps up in the pocket. Pass is tipped up in the air and incomplete. Looking for Chisholm down the field. Anthony Wyo defends it. And now Atlanta's really got to be careful to not give up a score before the half.
If you are Frank Gooden, you are nodding your head in approval right now, because your investment in that defensive line is what's just causing this offense to just flutter here for Atlanta. These guys are getting to the quarterback. They're putting pressure on him. They're containing BDG Hollywood. They're doing everything for this defense right now.
Atlanta to punt it away. They need to pin the pry deep. Fair catch called for, running up to the ball at the 11-yard line. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Tallahassee has been gashing Atlanta here tonight in the pass game. 13 of 21 for Christensen, 228 yards. And Duke Wilson, 3 catches, 38 yards, 2 touchdowns. Gossett, 4 for 144 and 1 here so far.
You'd think this would be an opportunity for maybe them to put one more score up. I think they feel safe here, and maybe they'll go into halftime.
Now Christensen going to drop back deep. First and 10 of the 11. Going deep down the middle. It's picked off. He got greedy and back the other way into scoring position at the Tallahassee 25-yard line is E.K. Vincent. What a turn of events.
And that's exactly why when you're up 21-0, that far down on that side of the field, that's why you run the ball. That's why you go ahead and go into halftime that comfortable, because a play like that can flip the script on this game.
We saw Sioux Falls turn things around. They were down 13 points at home in the snow before they turned it on after forcing a fumble. Now can Atlanta do the same here? Tallahassee stacking the box. 8 in the box here. And they're going to try to hand it off to Hollywood anyway. Hollywood got some blocks down the field, and Hollywood's in the end zone for a touchdown. I was just about to say, Stephen, if he could just get to the second level, it's a brilliant call.
And the Oscar goes to BDG Hollywood. Coming up big. They have tried him all night. He has been stopped all night, but you can only keep a good man down for so long, and that talent is going to come up and it's going to shine. And there we are. Their faith in him has been fulfilled. Now, they're still down, potentially 14. But, man, what a momentum shift going into halftime.
Unless Tallahassee scores again. I guess there's still 1:37 on the clock.
And if you're Atlanta, you're saying, yes, do that again. Let us get another pick and put another score on you.
Right. Man, extra point coming for Atlanta. That is good. 1:37 to go in the second quarter. And finally, we got a game as Atlanta gets Hollywood in the end zone. 17 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown. The bell cow of this offense. DeMar Woods completing less than 50% of his passes. But Hollywood gets him in the end zone, and a big interception from E.K. Vincent.
And you got to feel like Hollywood now getting in the end zone, breaking loose a little bit. Maybe we'll see a surge from him coming in the second half.
All right, it's up to Atlanta's defense from the 14-yard line. Pride on the return. And past the 30, 35, 36. Excellent field position. Nobody was in the middle of the field. That's the first place you cover
Yeah, that was dangerous right there. That was real dangerous. If you're Atlanta, you're the special teams coordinator, you are getting in your guys' faces right now because you cannot allow them to bring that ball back for a touchdown after gaining some much-needed momentum.
Jason, thanks for the bits. 3 receivers, 2 to the left for Christensen coming off the interception. They'll just hand it off. Yola picks up 4. I'm getting it. Shine on the tackle, and Yola's averaging 4.4 yards a carry.
And yeah, there you go. You know, Tallahassee, they seem to have learned their lesson a little bit here, and they're going to try and maybe go into halftime with a 14-point lead. Any SFL team would die for that.
4 wide set. Wilson at the top of the screen. Watch out for him. 2nd and 6, 1:05 to go. Tallahassee still has all 3 timeouts. Christensen going to throw. Going long. Pass is picked. He picked it up again. It's Vincent. He gets up off the ground to the 47-yard line. Unbelievable. E.K. Vincent with back-to-back picks.
Amazing defensive play once again. The guy's hot. The guy is just coming off an interception. He's feeling it. He's in the pocket. Look at him intercept that ball. No chance for the receiver to even get a finger on it. And here we go. That momentum game again that is so important. Now Atlanta's starting to feel it. And look, Cam, we're looking at 2 different offensive philosophies that have their downfalls. Like Atlanta wants to run the ball and keep the score close. Tallahassee wants to throw it and green light it. So it's hurt both.
And off Hollywood, running left. BDG Hollywood's got some room. Spins back inside, picks up 5. I think Atlanta's pretty happy with that. They definitely don't want to see Tallahassee with the ball back. Trips off the right side. Hollywood going to throw. Hollywood pump fake. Just got it away. Set up a screen. Hollywood, what a brilliant play. Hollywood with a juke to the left side. And Hollywood is out to the Tallahassee 31-yard line. That was the best play call of the whole night.
And you know what? Alpha broken play. I mean, it was just that was his last option, security blanket. And man, what a security blanket to have. Look at the move right there. That is sweet, and that's why you pay him the big bucks.
Anthony Wyo was like, where did he go? And also making a juke, making a miss is Michael Sprouse. 37 seconds, and Hollywood got out of bounds. All 3 timeouts left for Atlanta, and they're on the Tallahassee 31-yard line. 2 in the backfield for Woods. Woods going to throw again. Woods against pressure from the right side. He'll check it down to Hollywood again. That's not going anywhere. Timeout, Atlanta, but he had nowhere else to go. Tyquan Hale makes the tackle.
And if you're Atlanta, and especially specifically Woods, you do not want to lose yardage here. Be smart. Get the points. Even if it's a field goal, do not put your kicker out of field goal range. They are right on the edge, Cam.
And especially with that D-line, you know they are just ready for a sack. I think they only have 1 here in the first half. 2 backs, 2 receivers, but a ton of pressure, obviously. 4-3 look for the Pride. Woods going to throw again. Woods looking around, has Hollywood, but he threw it too late. Hollywood had so much open field in front of him.
Yeah, and that is just a matter of he's checking down to his running back. And by the time that he gets to Hollywood's momentum's taking him out of bounds. So that's just a matter of arm strength, but also looking downfield to see what his other options are.
If that would have been his first read, he would have gone for at least probably 10 on the play. Third down and 10. Lions Den is at full throat here. 3 receivers for Woods. Woods can't take a sack, goes down the middle of the field. The pass is incomplete. Knocked away from the back from Alex Bond. And Dot was the intended receiver, and a long field goal coming for Atlanta.
Obviously disappointed there that he didn't make the catch. A tough catch. He was blanketed by the defender right there. But you know, they didn't lose yardage. This is definitely not a gimme field goal, but they can still come away with points. And it was just a few minutes ago, Cam, it was 21-0. And now we're looking at 21-10 going into halftime. That's an amazing flip of the script there.
Bond stuck his mitt in there and knocked that one away. Nice play by the contract against the non-contract receiver. This is a 47-yard field goal for Jason Arena. And from 47 yards out, Arena's kick is good. Just over the crossbar, and Atlanta's got 10 unanswered. Still 18 seconds left, but the Swarm sitting pretty.
Arena with the clutch catch. The placement of the ball, too, Cameron. Let's not forget that he had the ball right at the center of the field. He didn't go left and didn't go right. They just didn't make the plays to do that. So he had the ball in the center of the field, a great place for a kicker like Arena to make the 47-yarder. But man, what a clutch kick!
You just get the sense that Atlanta's just saying, let's just get to the locker room. No more damage done. Let's just get out of this half with what we have. As that return for Tallahassee gets him up to the 31-yard line, takes about 4 more seconds off the clock. 14 seconds and 3 timeouts for Tallahassee. You can't go against your identity, right, Steven? I think Tallahassee's going to throw.
I hope they run. I mean, look, you said that Atlanta has maybe the mentality to go in the locker room. If I'm Tallahassee, that's my mentality. Let me get out of here because we just got ran up for 10 points. I want to go to the locker room, regroup, and cool off this Atlanta Swarm team.
3 receivers, 2 backs in the backfield. Christensen's going to throw. Christensen, quick out pass to Gossett. Haven't seen much of that tonight out of Tallahassee. Gossett with his shortest catch of the night by far. 2nd and 6. It does stop the clock with 11 seconds.
And, it's partly you just don't change your spots. You are what you are in this game, especially through the first half when you haven't had any second half adjustments yet. So, they're just being who they are and their identity. And again, the coach gave them the green light, so they're taking every opportunity.
3 receivers, 2 backs, 11 seconds, 4 down linemen for Atlanta. Tallahassee up 21-10. Hand it off to Connolly, the fullback, and Connolly did not get the first down. Tallahassee's running some no huddle, trying to get another play off, but they'll call a timeout, and they'll likely put up a Hail Mary here, but you don't want an interception. That would be 3 straight possessions with a turnover heading into the locker room.
Yeah, Frank Gooden's definitely not playing this one conservative. I don't think he could be ever accused of that because they are trying to squeeze every point out that they can out of this half.
You can see him very animated talking to Christensen like, whoo, what a roller coaster this has been. 3rd and 1, here we go. Look at it. Look at this press coverage on the Hail Mary with 3 deep safeties. Are you kidding me? Back to pass, Christensen. Pressure off the right side, rolls right. Christensen hit as he threw, and he almost threw it right to Aquana Shine, who would have gone all the way the other way. That's the end of a wild first half here in Tallahassee. Steven, your first half thoughts as we watch the highlights and get the stats.
Well, this is a game that's been dominated by Tallahassee's air game. I mean, their air attack has been on point, and it's just put Atlanta in their offensive strategy for tonight's game just on the back burner a little bit. But Atlanta has been faithful. They have been faithful to BGG Hollywood, and it has paid off for them. And their defense, after a very, very sluggish start, came out with 2 huge interceptions in the second quarter to get them back in this game. And we have a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We have a ball game.
270 total yards of offense for Tallahassee in that first half. They scored the first 21 points, but Atlanta's down just 11. Chat shout-outs, Jason 1347, Gooner Bear 94, I'm F of Problem 757 Hooper, Texas Cobra 99, C Pundy, Lord Veru, T Hale 91, Pat Ketza, looks like Lashley Rue 82, my bad. Super Senses, Data Kesha, or Kishi, and I'm going to quit while I'm ahead here.
Yeah,
Monday night, doubleheader coming up. London and Vancouver is first, followed by St. Louis and Indianapolis. Of those 2 games, Stephen, which one most interests you?
It's got to be St. Louis, Indianapolis. Indianapolis came out and just had an offensive explosion in week 1, and I want to see if it's for real. I think they have a good test in St. Louis, who as well had a great game in week 1. I want to see those 2 go head-to-head and see which one of them is the real team and which one's the faker.
Ken Gossett, 150 yards receiving and a touchdown in that first half. Duke Wilson had 2 scores, but it was Atlanta late turning momentum. But Tallahassee does get the ball to start this second half. It'll be interesting to see what we get out of them.
Not necessarily a good thing for Tallahassee. Christensen's going to have to, have a memory wipe because he's had a couple interceptions there in his last couple series. So if that trend continues, Atlanta can quickly get back into this game. So Christensen has to lock it down.
Well, the first drive of the second half is going to mean a lot as we await the second half kickoff. We're up to 66 viewers. I think that's a high for the night. Let's keep pushing that up into the 70s, 80s. Hell, let's just keep on going on a good night, busy day of SFL action. I'm always a little exhausted after it's all said and done. Shout out to all the broadcasters and stat guys and everybody that kept things rolling smoothly behind the scenes here today. Start of the second half.
Speaking of stat guys, shout out Andy Hamilton, keeping
Yes,
the stats
sir.
for us tonight. Thank you, sir. Doing a great job.
Start of the second half, Tallahassee will receive the third quarter kickoff. You're watching SFL Fan Night, presented by APM Music, and that was not a good return at all. Only up to the 28-yard line. Billy Joe Black got smacked down.
And for Tallahassee, you think, well, they're up 21-10. Maybe they'll go a little bit more conservative. And if anything, they will continue to air it out, I believe. I mean, that's what they showed at the end of the second quarter, excuse me. And they're just I believe they're going to continue to go there because they've obviously have been very successful.
And off counter, Inyola patiently finding 7 yards. Vincent with the tackle. Boy, E.K. Vincent's having himself a night.
Yeah, and then just on cue, they run the ball when I say all that. That's just my luck, right? But no, I would prefer Tallahassee to do that. That would be great if they could get their running game going a little bit more consistent. It just hasn't been their MO in this game.
Inyola, 6 carries, 30 yards. Not too shabby of a night here in their home opener. Second down and 3. He's going to get a counter running left. Inyola, looks like there was a hold there on the left side of the line that wasn't called, but Inyola lost a yard anyway.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time a hold was called in the SFL. I don't know. They just threw that play part of the rule book out. I don't know. But the running back there making the best of what he could.
You saw it, didn't you, out there? I mean, it looked like he got turned around.
Hey, like they say, there's holding on every play.
Third down and 4. Atlanta looking for a stop. 3-step drop. Christensen dumps it off short. Wilson's going the wrong way. And Atlanta forces a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the second half.
Gotta love it. Gotta love it for the Atlanta defense to come out strong. And not a good, that is not Wilson's route right there. The short curl route. He is a streaker. And he needs to go down the field and be your deep threat. Asking a lot of him right there.
Dude, Wilson's like, where's the end zone? I can't find it. He's so used to it. Atlanta comes after that one. Can't get to it. Fair catch called for at the 29-yard line, and the Swarm have got to be feeling pretty good. The first quarter and a half, it's like, what are they doing? They're so conservative, and they're not finding any success. And then you look up at the scoreboard, and it's like, oh, maybe it was going to work after all.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of just putting your head down regardless of the scoreboard and continuing to work your game plan. You've strategized all week for this. Your coaches, your scouts, and you got to see it through.
And off Hollywood, running right, got away. PG Hollywood breaks 2 tackles. Hollywood's got a first down to pick up 19 yards. Unbelievable momentum swing has happened here in Florida.
Running away from the defense like I run away from the proctologist. Look at this guy bouncing off defenders.
Oh, what a block.
And these guys, they have held him in check all night. But you see what that little confidence can do? You see that touchdown there at the end of the second quarter, what that's done for his confidence? It's a whole new player.
Like me running away from a normal adult life. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And off to Hollywood. And he's eaten by Fats. Loss of 3.
Yeah, crushed. That's just nasty. I mean, that if you did that to somebody on the street, you would spend 6 months in jail. That's ridiculous.
2nd and 13, a rare loss for Hollywood here lately. 20 carries, 73 yards are his total stats. Johnson now has 5 tackles for loss. Wood's going to throw deep middle, and the pass is knocked away. That was brilliant. That was the non-contract linebacker, Jeff Eaton. And what is going on? Tallahassee just loves food.
Well, yeah, they do. But they also like defending the middle of the field. We haven't seen anything big in the middle of the field all game. The Atlanta's big passing plays have come on the outsides, and because Tallahassee just playing the middle wonderfully right now.
3rd down and 13, 4 wide for Woods. Back to pass, Woods in trouble, and Woods goes down. A loss of 5, and there he is again. It is Johnson's night.
These defensive linemen, they seem to they string these plays together. It's almost as if they're just building within a series, and they can take over a series, and that's exactly what Fats has done right there. Just destroying the offensive line.
Jason says illegal in the chat room. It's borderline criminal at this point for Tallahassee from the 21-yard line on the return. Good one from Stokes. Picks up 5 to the 26-yard line. Atlanta's defense still keeping them in it, though. We got a ball game here on Fan Night, a fun one at that.
Yeah, but you get the feeling, Cam, that man, this Atlanta offense is going to have to come alive, specifically in the passing game, in order to get back into this, because the Swarm defense can only do so much.
Well, Atlanta's offense hasn't really done anything on their own. The defense basically got them to 10 points. Hollywood had the one nice run.
That's right.
But yeah, Atlanta's offense going to have to do something for themselves here pretty soon. Christensen back to pass, and that pass is complete, a pickup of 7. As a couple of Swarm members combine on the tackle, updated quarterback numbers there. And Steven, you've seen enough SFL games to know that there's a window, right? When you steal momentum, there's a window to keep capitalizing, and when you miss that window, you usually just miss it.
Yeah, and we're in that period right now, that middle of the 3rd quarter. You get that feeling like the game, the outcome of the game is in the hands of these teams right now.
Conley got the first down. Let's take a moment and listen to a word from the SFL. Want to do what I do? Contact me in the DM on Discord to find out how you can get involved with streaming live games, calling games, or breaking them down on the air with our broadcast team. Or help make our production even better by joining our new live stats team, helping our broadcasters shine brighter. We are #Loading Legends in the SFL. 3 receivers for Tallahassee. The handoff goes to Inyola. Not much room there. Only picks up 1. The clock continues to tick, and I got to give a lot of credit to Atlanta, man. Down 21-0 on the road to your rival. They could have folded up a long time ago.
Yeah, and like you said, it's been really a nice defensive effort here ever since that initial scoring surge in the 1st quarter. Atlanta seemed to lock it up a little bit.
And off Inyola, running left, and Inyola took a beat down from Vincent. E.K. Vincent, the most impressive player on this Swarm defense tonight. No gain.
Yeah, Vincent out there looking like Troy Loshaw. I gotta plug my guy. No, but he's been terrific tonight, and you don't want to throw anywhere in his direction.
4 wide, 3rd down and 9. Atlanta's defense looking for another stop halfway through the 3rd quarter. Christensen changing the play at the line. Christensen going deep middle. That's where he's had success, and that's where the ball is caught by Gossett. Vincent another tackle, but Gossett picks up 21.
And that could be the key to the game right there. That catch, that amazing catch. He comes in, that's clutch. That's with a defender draped all over him, comes down with the ball. That ball actually is that's almost a fingertip catch, Cam.
Man, that was a big play. Now Tallahassee's just outside of scoring position, and Atlanta has got 8 in the box here. They need to be careful. Christensen back to pass, going to hit Inyola. Can he get the outside? Yes, he can. Picks up 5. Atlanta definitely playing with fire here a little bit right now. You get the sense with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, you do. You do get the sense of that. They're poking the bear a little bit. Tallahassee here still going through the air with the lead. But, it's been their bread and butter. And just like that play made by Gossett, they can make those kind of plays. Duke Wilson, all he does is score touchdowns. So
Christensen, 18 of 27, 266 yards, and Inyola's now got 3 catches for 16 yards. Handoff, Conley, fullback up the middle. He picks up 3. Every time he's gotten the ball, he's been pretty effective. Shine on the stop. 3rd and short, just inside field goal range.
And here we go again, Cam. They have so many different things that they can do. They can go the fullback, they can go the running back, they can throw it out, they can go deep. This has just been in Tallahassee's offense all game, these short third downs.
15 to go, 3rd down and 2, handoff middle, and Atlanta gets the stop. Big tackle by Shine again on Conley. No 3rd and short conversion there, forces a long field goal, and Atlanta keeps it a 2-score game.
Yeah, I had a thought, Cam, maybe they might go for it here. It's just so close, but they've got to get the points on the board at this point. If they got stopped, it would just give all the momentum to Atlanta.
47-yarder from the right hash. This is exactly where Atlanta hit their field goal, even on the same side of the field. Field goal for the Pride is good. Right down the middle.
Clutch.
3:32 to go in the 3rd. It's 24-10, but Atlanta hangs around a little longer.
And if you're Atlanta, that's a win for you. I mean, I certainly don't want them to put more points on the board, but it is the first field goal that you've stopped them for in this game. And it gives you a little window, a closing window for sure, but that window's still cracked open for you to get back into this game just down 2 scores.
We're now a Twitch affiliate. Congratulations to us. You can get a subscription to our channel to get some custom stuff, ad-free viewing has not returned to the 28. You can also participate in our, I'm excited for this bit program here. You can buy bits and give them to the league, or you can just watch some commercials, and you can watch 5 a day and get a bunch of points and just donate it all to the channel. It's a way where if you're financially strapped, all you need is a couple of minutes a day, every day, and the SFL will be well on its way to dominating the planet here. 1st and 10 to the 28. Wood's going to throw on 1st down, and the pass is caught to the outside. So a very different change of pace here for Atlanta. I don't think they've passed on 1st down all night, and they went to the outside just like you said they should, Stephen, earlier.
Well, he just drops this one into the picnic basket. And I wanted to see the replay to just make sure he got his feet in bounds. He did. Nice 1-2 connection there by Woods delivering the nice soft touch the ball and getting it right where his receiver could catch it and just barely get his tiptoes in bounds.
And that's just timing, because when Woods threw that ball, nobody was open.
That's
he knew exactly where to throw LB Allen open. Back to pass, Woods. Woods dropping back, steps up, and as he threw, and it is tipped up in the air and incomplete. A dangerous ball, as I believe Hale was breathing down his neck. Wyo in coverage.
Looked like quadruple coverage, Cam. He looked just in a sea of purple jerseys, but he still was able to get a hand on it, almost pulled it off the deflection. But dangerous throw there for Woods. But at this point, maybe he has to do that.
2nd and 10, a lot of Woods here on this 3rd quarter drive. Haven't seen Hollywood with a carry. We'll see it here. 2nd and 10, Hollywood, nothing. And when Hollywood's tried to run off that right side, he's had far less success.
Yeah, it's been slow going for sure. I mean, but they've steadily been looking to him to try and pound away this defensive line and try to make them more tired. And that's normally what happens, Cam, in the SFL or any football game, is that a running back like him can wear down a defense. Just hasn't done so yet.
Atlanta's got a window. They need to take advantage. 3rd down, 11. Woods in trouble. Woods throws, caught. 1st down. What a throw from Woods. How did he see BDG Hollywood wide open as Woods was going down in a heap?
He gets flushed out of the pocket here because of all the pressure around
Hale
him.
got held.
An amazing play by the quarterback, an amazing individual effort to even find an open wide receiver there. That's just all on Woods right there.
Taekwon Hale, do you see that, Steven? He just got dragged down to the ground. Woods going to throw again. He's building confidence. Deep ball sideline, and it's a little bit overthrown. I don't think Wyo was even expecting it to come his way. I think it hit him in the side.
You must have been a defensive lineman in another life.
I'm just saying, he got grabbed. It was unbelievable. I definitely was not a D lineman in another life. I was probably like, I don't know, probably a punter or something.
Water boy.
Hey now. Come on.
Hey,
Come
hey.
on. We've
come
almost
on.
gotten 3 quarters without total
That's
insult.
that's true. That's true.
2nd and 10 to the 43. Woods back to pass again. Woods in trouble again. Woods sacked again. Loss of 5. Getting to him that time was Norwood, I believe. Yeah, Hunter Norwood with the sack.
Well, here's the problem. Atlanta didn't hold him. If Atlanta would have held him, might have given Woods a chance to get the ball away. But no, great defensive line play. Obviously, that's what we expect from Tallahassee. We expect them to put Woods under duress, and he has been all night long.
So Atlanta's choosing to ride Woods on this critical drive down 14. 4-man rush. Woods hit as he threw. Wobbly pass is caught by Boo Chisholm. DeMar Woods is earning my respect here on this drive. He's made some sensational throws under pressure.
And this is one of those throw it up, and I'm going to trust that my receiver is going to come down with the ball. And over the outstretched arms of the Tallahassee defender, in between two defensive backs, that's a throw it up special right there.
Man, Taekwon Hale got in there again and just laid him out. There's the updated numbers of Johnson with the 6 tackles. I believe they're all behind the line of scrimmage tonight. 3 receivers for Woods. He's been sensational on this drive. They're going to hand it off to Hollywood. Hollywood's wrapped up in the backfield, loss of 1. Down to a minute to go in the 3rd. Atlanta's in scoring position, but all of a sudden now, it's Woods, not Hollywood, that's getting it going.
And he needs to. I mean, again, the score is determining their offense here, and they have shifted the offense now back onto Wood's shoulders, and he's done some nice things.
2nd 11 to the 25. They're going to hand it off right to Hollywood. He's blown up in the backfield, and now the field goal's getting more difficult. A loss of 4. And DeMar Woods, this is the 3rd straight time he's been in 3rd and long on this drive, a double-digit play drive.
And you got to think that it's just only a matter of time before it costs him. It's like he's turning in his chips, and how many more does he have?
Yeah, Tallahassee's definitely forcing the issue. Woods 10 of 19, 148 yards, no touchdowns, no picks tonight. On 3rd down and 15, he needs another miracle. Woods can't take a sack, steps up in the pocket, he threw another completion. Unbelievable! LBL in the 3rd, ends the 3rd. What a quarter! Woo! Atlanta's on the move, don't go anywhere, and get your friends in here. This is SFL Fan Night, presented by APM Music on Twitch TV. Wow.
Yeah, wow. Wow is right. We are seeing a star in the making right here.
1st and goal of the 6. This is the best I've seen DeMar Woods play. Hand off Hollywood. Up the middle, Hollywood. Found a lane, picks up 3 yards. 2nd and goal coming for BDG.
And you know that Hollywood is just, just can't wait to get in that end zone. Like his eyes are just like plates right now. He just can't wait to get over there. This is his area to dominate.
2nd and goal from the 3. Tallahassee needs a goal line stand. This has got to be the 13th or 14th play of the drive here. Atlanta really needs a touchdown out of this to keep their confidence up. Showing them linebacker blitz up the middle. That's where they're coming. So Hollywood's going to run left, and Hollywood can't get in. Really nice close on the gap by Sprouse. That was his best play of the night. 3rd and goal from the 1. What do you do here, Steven?
Well, I'd like to say Woods. I mean, Woods has come. He's come through for you so many times on 3rd down, but I wouldn't shame them for going to Hollywood here. It's anyone's guess.
2 backs, 2 receivers for Woods. 3rd and goal. They're going to hand it off to Hollywood on a counter, and Hollywood won't get in. Johnson again stuffs him.
Wow, just what a great stand here by Tallahassee. Look, this is probably one of the, if not the premier running back in our league, and to stop him like that 3 times at the goal line is amazing.
Definitely don't like the counter on that play. It hasn't been the play that's worked tonight, and that's a tough place to call it. Arena's going to try a chip shot. That's got to take some wind out of Atlanta's sails here. We talk about that. Boy, Tallahassee just blocked a kick. We talk about that window closing, and oh man, it's hard to believe it's even still open right now for Atlanta. It's all thanks to Woods.
Yeah, it is absolutely all about Woods right now, but I think that field goal, that's just enough to keep it cracked open, Cam. They just need a nice defensive stop, if possible, a turnover. And they've got plenty of time to still get in this game.
So a lot of time left. They've only given up 3 points here in the first half to the Pride on the road. Pretty valiant effort from the 10-yard line. Pride on the return. Black to the 29. He's chopped down. So back out comes Christensen, who's been pretty quiet. Jake and Yola, 9 carries, 30 yards. Ken Gossett, definitely the weapon. 6 catches, 171 yards, and 14 of Christensen's 18 completions have gone to star players.
And the Swarm have definitely turned it up to 11 here on defense. I don't remember Tallahassee scoring a touchdown since, early in the second quarter?
1st and 10 of the 29. Christensen, wobbly throw down the field is almost picked again by Vincent. He almost had the first hat trick of the season. One-on-one coverage by Wilson, but that time the pressure by Atlanta's defensive front makes it happen.
Yeah, wobbly duck there that was thrown, very dangerous pass. And like you said, Vincent, that's the one guy you want to avoid.
Right. You would think. 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Christensen under center, and Yola the lone back. Nickel look for Atlanta. Christensen off the right hash, 3-step drop, sidearm slant up the middle for 7. We've seen that time and time again tonight. Brilliant play calling on 2nd down.
Yeah, they're not going for the home run. They're just going to try and get medium yardage so they can make that 3rd down more convertible for them, giving them, of course, more options. I've said that over and over again, but they just make that manageable 3rd down, and it's been the entire ball game like that.
3rd and 3. Christensen changing the play at the line. He's going to change to a pass, and he throws a quick out for a 1st down. What a play. Gossett just makes it look easy, and Tallahassee will milk some more time.
And that's one of the easiest plays to complete in the SFL is the out route, and that's all set up by what they did on 2nd down to get that 3rd and short.
Christensen 20 of 30, 278 yards. There's another look at Vincent. Lamar Woods 11 for 20, 170. And for Gossett now, $183 and on 8 catches for a score. 4 wide for Tallahassee, 3-2 dime look Atlanta. Back to pass, Christensen going deep down the middle of the field. That's where they have exposed Atlanta's defense. Wilson with the catch, nearing scoring position again, and Atlanta just can't seem to make a dent in this deficit.
Well, at least he's not running the short curl route before the 1st down marker, but Wilson, this is what he does. He finds that nice soft space in the zone, wide open, easy pitch and catch. That's just, a knock there on the secondary for the Swarm, who've played so well in the last couple of quarters.
4-3 out of Atlanta. Christensen changing the play again. He is in command of this offense, no doubt about that. 8 minutes to go in the 4th. Christensen going to throw again. Back to pass, deep over the middle. Pass, oh, it's almost picked. What a play. Was that Vincent again? He is everywhere.
Yeah, here's a really simple thing for Christensen, okay? Avoid the guy with the green sleeves. If it has green sleeves, it's no bueno. Do not go to his area. I don't know. He could, I don't know what else he could put feathers on. I don't know what other thing he could do to show you, hey, avoid that guy. Vincent is looking like having a career night tonight.
Man, and he's the brightest player on the field. You would
like
think it's like he's waving down airplanes or something back there.
It's like a peacock in a bunch of chickens.
2nd and 10 at the 37. Christensen playing with fire with 7:58 to go in the half. He's going to throw. Christensen dumps it off, but Atlanta disguised that defense really well. They wanted him to go outside. 4th on the tackle. Christensen's over 300 yards, but it's a 3rd and long now on the outskirts of field goal range, and with the 47-yard field goal just making it over on the last attempt for Tallahassee, you got to think it's outside of his range.
Well, and this is the key for Tallahassee here. You don't have to have a 1st down in order to get into field goal range.
4 wide. Christensen back to pass. All day to throw. Pass. Up. 1st down. Gossett moving the chains. Shine on the tackle. Tallahassee working it down the field like clockwork, and Atlanta needs the ball back and quick.
Hey, but if you can get it, why not get them both? Get into field goal range, get the 1st down, and Cam, every big play that they have had to have, they've had to have that catch, it's gone to Gossett. And Gossett has consistently made that catch.
Gossett's up to 195 on 9 catches. 3-2 look, Christensen. Outside, Wilson. Caught it, 5-yard gain.
Let's talk about these two wide receivers. I mean, Gossett's making the clutch catches, and Wilson is just your deep threat, speed machine. What a combo these two have been early on here in the SFL season.
Stop the clock just for a moment, but it's winding now. 2nd and 5 of the 18. Tallahassee in the red zone. Atlanta desperately trying to keep this a 3-score game, or a 2-score game rather, to keep this interesting. Handoff in Yola running on the left side. Haven't seen a stretch out of Tallahassee tonight, and in Yola gets cut down. 3rd and 4 coming up, and Atlanta just won't give it up.
Well, you got to start thinking maybe Tallahassee's starting to think about running this clock a little bit, running some of the time. That's the real key to this ball game is draining that clock for Tallahassee. They've got a comfortable lead. They're almost guaranteed a field goal here, at least some points. Let's drain the clock a little.
Christensen dumps it off, short. So, Atlanta, they just won't let Tallahassee take over the game, and now a 34-yard field goal for the Pride. No field goal is safe when you've got a non-contract kicker on the field, and it's Richard Douglas.
And let's not think that is not strategic by Frank Gooden right there. That is, let's just get this field goal. Let's not turn the ball over. Let's not give any more momentum than we have to Atlanta.
5:38 and counting. 34-yard field goal for the left hash. Good snap, good hold, perfect kick. Tallahassee's back up by 2 touchdowns. Whew. And a word from the SFL.
The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music and is the official theme music provider of the SFL. Listen to their Champions Will Rise soundtrack at apmmusic.com today and search through thousands of tracks to boost the quality of your stream just like us. APM Music, production music library and custom music house.
So Atlanta gets it out to the 28-yard line, 5.5 to go. If you're going to score touchdowns, you got to do it now, and Atlanta still has not reached the end zone without the help of their defense.
Well, they're going to need to do it here. I mean, 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the game. This is crunch time for you. You have got to get this ball into the end zone. This is their drive.
3 receivers for Woods. He was electric on that last series. Woods hit as he threw and somehow gets the ball out to L.B. Allen for a 5-yard gain. That ball had just enough on it. Oh, and L.B. Allen is hurt. That's a huge loss.
Yeah, absolutely. I was about to just talk about, I don't think I've ever seen a quarterback in the SFL perform under pressure the way that Woods is pulling off some of these plays. But you got to have your star players available for you if you're going to get back into this game. He's not back on the field really quickly. That could be it for Atlanta.
That was Stokes that smacked him down, and that leaves 1 star receiver on the field, Boo Chisholm, who's been very quiet in this second half. Jay Franz, the tight end, is another guy to watch. Chisholm is at the top of the screen right now. It looks like he's got some one-on-one coverage. Fake the handoff to Hollywood. Woods off his back foot, middle of the field, and the official is not on your team. 3rd down.
And, going to Boo Chisholm, it may force this offense to go to him. And when they have gone to him, specifically on the outside, he's done well. So, it may force Woods to get a little bit more tunnel vision. But there, he's just trying to throw to an open receiver that he can try and find, just not very accurate.
This has been DeMar Woods down. 3rd down and 5. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Back to pass, Woods, middle of the field. Caught! Man, he stuck that one in there. Pass caught by L. Spark, and he gives Atlanta a spark and a 1st down.
Hey, this guy, DeMar Woods, he has just come up. He hadn't come up with huge plays, but they've been spectacular and they've been clutch and they've been exactly what Atlanta has needed at the time. And there's just another example.
5 minutes left in the 4th quarter. 27-13 Tallahassee. Thanks everyone for being here for SFL Fan Night. Humbled to be on the air entertaining you tonight. Woods back to pass, 1st and 10 of the 48. Woods again it's dropped under duress, and Leroy Green. That's where you miss Allen, 2nd and 10.
Absolutely. That's a guaranteed first down, out of bounds, stop the clock play. Instead, 2nd and 10.
DeMar Woods, 13 of 24, 189 yards. His leading receiver is Allen in receptions, Chisholm in yards. Franz has only caught one pass tonight for 24 yards. Woods to pass on 2nd and 10. He needs to get rid of it. Just did. First down. How in the world does DeMar Woods put these passes on the money with Tallahassee pride all in his face? 1st and 10 of the 41. Woods back to pass again. Woods, middle, caught. First down of the 24. Pass caught by Chisholm. Unbelievable from DeMar Woods here. 4 receivers. Hollywood in the backfield. Woods to throw again. O-line's getting tired. Just got rid of it. First down of the 12.
Jeez.
Hollywood with the reception out of the backfield. 4:05 to go in the 4th quarter. Woods still under center. 4 down lineman Tallahassee. 3-step drop. Woods in trouble. Buried.
Give him a chance to take a breath.
Sacked by the safety, I think, that came in on a blitz. 2nd and 13, Woods. Woods going short. Oh, it's dropped at the 3-yard line. I think that was Hollywood.
Oh,
Man.
wow. Just what again, this guy under pressure. Have we seen someone just so calm and with everything around him just blurring, and this guy's able to focus and find the open guy. Woods is making a name for himself tonight, win or lose.
Shout out to Andy Hamilton, who is fast-tracking those stats. 16 of 28 for 229 now for Woods. 3rd down and 13 to the 15. Atlanta needs a touchdown and then some. Woods out of the gun, back to pass. He's in big trouble and goes down way in the backfield as Johnson came in unprotected.
That's ridiculous. The offensive line totally fails Atlanta right there.
Jeez.
You can't leave Fats wide open like that to just run right to your quarterback. Ridiculous, terrible line play by the offensive line there at Atlanta.
So now, now we've seen Woods pull off some crazy things. This is 4th and 22 at the 24-yard line. Woods to pass. Woods needs time. He doesn't have it. Sack at the 30, and Tallahassee gets a turnover on downs. The D-line is the difference. Otis Givens.
Wow, the heart. That's the thing that comes across to me. Woods under so much pressure to make these plays, and it just isn't enough at the end. He just can't get enough help. And you got to think that injury, Cam.
Yeah.
That injury might have played a big part because he's holding that ball just a little bit longer to wait for possibly a role player to try to get open.
Tallahassee's got Atlanta's got all 3 timeouts, not over yet. 3:16 to go, but it's sure looking dim for Atlanta. Christensen going long, pass caught by Gossett. You gotta feel like Atlanta's sails have been, however you take down a sail. 1st and 10 at the 32.
Yeah, they just didn't take them down. They blew a big cannonball-sized hole in them, Cam. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous by Tallahassee. I mean, you run the ball. Everybody knows you run the ball in that situation, and you run the clock. Not Tallahassee. Not their MO all night. Green light given by their head coach, and Christensen is taking that to heart. And it just blew this game right here. Just blew it out and looked to add more points to the board with just under 3 minutes left in the game.
Gossett's got 234 yards on 11 catches. That is the new season high for receiving yards in a game. 2:30 to go. Christensen still passing. Christensen over the middle. Incomplete. Stops the clock. And Allen is done. He got, I guess what may have happened is when he got tackled, he either got poked in the face of the helmet or he hit his head on the turf.
I've never had a broken nose. I would imagine an injury you could play with, but apparently not.
Well, you never know.
You never know.
We could see him back. We've seen crazier things. 2nd and 10, Tallahassee stops the clock. They're giving Atlanta just a glimpse of hope here. Christensen dumps it short. That'll keep the clock moving down to the 2-minute warning. 3rd down coming up, and Atlanta right now hoping for a missed field goal or a turnover.
Yeah, how ridiculous is it that Tallahassee's coming out in a shotgun, to try and run the clock? But it's working. It's working for them. It's worked all night. Atlanta had an opportunity to get back in this game a couple of times, just couldn't take advantage of it.
2-minute warning. This is the SFL's Fan Night Game of the Week on Twitch TV, presented by APM Music. 3rd down and 6. What a game. A ton of, I gotta say, I'm impressed with Atlanta in the likely loss, but man, DeMar Woods and Ken Gossett are my winners tonight. E.K. Vincent had a pretty good game too. Handoff on 3rd down in Yola. He's not gonna get there. Vincent again, and he gets up and calls the timeout. Is there anything this guy doesn't do?
You just got knocked out by Greensleeves. He tore you up. I mean, that's crazy. I mean, obviously a little frustration there. But Cam, when we talk about the positives for Atlanta coming out of this game, I mean, DeMar Woods, you got to feel really good about a quarterback that can survive the stuff that he survived tonight and was still able to be effective in a game plan that was supposed to feature Hollywood.
39-yard field goal. This is the game right here. They're going to block it. They blocked it. The ball's loose, and Atlanta recovers. Unbelievable. They're still in the game.
Well, it looked like both sides were confused. They didn't know what was going on. It was almost the ball was sitting there on the field, and they all reacted all at once. Atlanta jumps on it, and there's your momentum, Cam. There's a little bit of that momentum. Will it be enough? And is there enough time on the clock?
Wow, 1:52 left. I don't think Allen's back on the field yet here as Woods is under center. He's going to take more punishment. Woods going long. Pass is incomplete, and that would have been L.B. Allen. Instead, it's Dot, incomplete.
And there's no telling what difference that would have made, if he would have gained a little bit more separation. But it looked to me that Woods underthrew that ball anyway. And he could have thrown it out a good 10 yards further, and his receiver would have been the only one that had a chance to catch it. But it's hard to knock Woods. He's done so well tonight.
Gotta like Atlanta still being super aggressive here under 2 minutes. Sometimes we see teams not really know how to get down the field in the 2-minute offense. There's play action here from Woods. He better be careful. Oh, and Woods will go down. Terrible play call.
Yeah, I mean, you understand, I guess, a little bit of the reason why they want to try to give the quarterback a little bit more time, but it's having the opposite effect because nobody's buying that they're going to run the ball in this.
Look at Johnson. Did you see that? He just leaped.
Yeah, I can't imagine having that much weight on you. How what that does to your – I mean, he's going to have to go to the chiropractor after this.
That's his 5th sack. He just leaped. I just watched a defensive tackle leap. That's unbelievable. 3rd and 20 now for Woods, who's got to be bleeding internally at this point. Safety blitz. Woods deep down. Oh, he caught it. What a play. Boo Chisholm. First down. I cannot believe it.
The legend of DeMar Woods grows and grows and grows.
No way.
Safety blitz. The ball comes out pretty nice. Goes over what looked like to be the safety, and he catches it right off the ground. Clutch plays. Who was that receiver, Cam?
That was Chisholm. And I haven't called a game in a long time where I've come close to losing my voice. This has been one of the more exciting games we've had in a long time. Despite Atlanta down 2 touchdowns and basically down the whole game. 1:37 to go in the 4th. Ball's at midfield. Atlanta's got to hurry. Back to pass. Woods gets it away. Gets hit from behind. And Dot does not get out of bounds. So Woods has to shake off the dust and do it again. Unbelievable.
Chisholm. That should be his focus.
2nd and 4. Deep ball. One-on-one coverage. And almost intercepted. He was looking for Boo.
Well, that's the guy you got to get it to. He had a fade route out there. It looked like he might have had just a bit of a step. Good defense there by Tallahassee, though.
Man, Mike Johnson has 5 sacks tonight. Anthony Wyo now has 4 passes defended tonight. Pretty star-studded is Tallahassee's defense here. 3rd down and 4. here's where Woods has made his money. 3 receivers for Woods. Play action. Woods this time has time. The pass. Oh, it's tipped. What a play. That was Sprouse. I didn't think he had the angle on it. Now it's 4th down. And I love the play action with BDG Hollywood. It's going to be effective, but this is not the time.
Not the time, and just, the flaw of the playbook. That's just, you got to throw those plays out at this point in the game. But again, DeMar Woods nearly makes that happen again, under pressure once again, and here it is, the ball game.
4th and 4. Woods, can he keep his team alive? Back the pass, going long, Woods! It's incomplete. Stokes knocks it away. Allen came back in the game with a broken nose, and the ball was slightly underthrown, and the legend of DeMar Woods finally comes to a close here tonight.
Yeah, just a really great play by the defender back there. I mean, he's got his eye on it the entire time. There's absolutely no chance Allen gets this ball. 4th down, heartbreaking for Woods because he's just played such a great game. And ultimately celebration for Tallahassee as they've come away with the win, and pretty decisively as it all turns out.
Atlanta's out of timeouts, and man, I mean, you talk about DeMar Woods. How many times did he get hit tonight? And LB Allen coming back in with a broken nose to try to make keep the game alive, and Woods just kept dusting himself off, and man, it's hard to believe Atlanta lost this game by 2 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, it all lined up to have a very fairy tale type ending. It just didn't, as a lot of times it does. It just didn't work out that way. But you got to feel really good about the future of both of these teams. Both of them showed a lot of heart, showed a lot of grit, and they showed some flaws. And that's part of being in Week 2 here in the SFL.
Well, I may see Tallahassee back here on Fan Night next week because they got Queen City, and I can only imagine what the Fan Night vote is going to be for that. I haven't looked at the rest of the schedule here yet, looking into Week 3. But Tallahassee, Queen City is going to be a fun show. You should come back, Stephen.
I would love to be back anytime. The guys still want me here. I'm here.
As long as you're not on a cruise, right?
Yeah, that's where I was last weekend, folks. So, yeah, I had a great time.
Wow. That is your final. That is your ball game. A stellar Week 2 Fan Night event as Tallahassee proves to 2-0. Atlanta drops to 1-1, but they got to feel pretty darn good about where they sit. At 1-1, we look at the final stats. We look at the highlights. Gossett finishes with 11 catches, 234 yards, and a touchdown. Christensen, 28 of 40 for 361. Had the 2 picks in the first half, but cleaned it up. No turnovers in the second. Steven, what ended up making you, in your mind, the impact in this game that pushed Tallahassee over the hill?
Well, Tallahassee got a fast start in this game and got up early. That totally blew up Atlanta's offensive strategy of grinding it out with BDG Hollywood. They just got up 21 points fairly quickly, and that's something they didn't do in Week 1 against Carolina. They struggled through that first half of the game and then came alive in the second half. I asked head coach Frank Gooden about that, getting that early start, and him giving the green light to Christensen was a big part of that. And let's not forget this defensive line and how much pressure DeMar Woods was under all night long. If I am facing Tallahassee in the coming weeks, I am not looking forward to that front four, especially Fats right there in the middle.
Here's a stat you don't see very often. Fats Johnson, the defensive tackle, led all players in solo tackles tonight. Unbelievable.
A wonderful game for him. And you know what? Maybe the new big sexy here. We might see some kind of beauty pageant at the end of the season between these two to see who's going to be the sack leader here in the SFL.
What an effort by Woods. What an effort by Atlanta. But they come up short on the road. 27-13 the final. Your player of the game, officially awarded by 2K Sports tonight, is Ken Gossett. Officially, 10 catches, 234 yards, and a touchdown, averaging a whopping 23.4 yards a catch. Stephen, happy to have you here.
Thank you, sir. Always happy to be here.
For Stephen Mullinex, I'm Kevin Irvine. This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music. Tomorrow night, a doubleheader on the SFL Network, Vancouver, London, and Indianapolis, St. Louis. From Florida, signing off. Good night, everybody.
Duval.